Manchester United have won the FA Cup. The 2023-2024 FA Cup goes to Manchester United at Wembley. United have won the game 2-1. Goals from Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo enough to secure the victory at Wembley. 2 trophies in 2 seasons for Erik Ten Hag. 3 finals in 2 seasons. And Manchester United were absolutely brilliant. It's not a fluke. It's completely deserved. Manchester United, absolutely fantastic, spectacular. It's not a fluke or anything like that. Every single player, you can name them, everyone that has been criticised this season, whether it is a Marcus Rashford, brilliant today. Whether it is a Bruno Fernandes, brilliant today. Varane, Martinez, brilliant today. Sofian Amrabat, brilliant today. Even Andre Onana could have and should have done way better for the goal, but he made some massive, big saves for throughout the game, particularly from Kyle Walker. It's just a fantastic performance, an absolutely deserved performance, and deserved victory for Manchester United. And I'm so pleased for Erik Ten Hag and for the whole team, because not one, we were underdogs, and then 2, everything that's happened the last 48 hours. I mean, my goodness. And then to deliver that kind of performance, that kind of tactical setup, it deserves all of the praise. Really did it. And, you know, when you're talking about the manner of the victory too, it's not like we scored, it was 0-0, they're all over us, and we got a corner in the last minute and we scored. We scored 2 goals and then defended absolutely brilliantly. It's a huge victory for Manchester United. European football next season too, just absolutely spectacular. This is the full-time view where members can call in and have their say. If you do wish to become a member, you can do so. Links in the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. Let's get straight into the call straight away. I'm sure we're going to get into this. Fat Thor says, aren't you going to be doing a WWE watch along shortly? Is there a Twitter in the house? It's going to be a little bit late on it, but I am going to be doing it as well. I'm all over the place today. My goodness me. Let's get into the call straight away. Let's go to Chalaboy Comics. My friend, you have been positive through negative periods. You know,
Indeed.
You've been very positive through negative periods. Is today justification of why, you know, you've got to stay positive and you've got to believe?
100%, Owen. Good to see you. I am over the moon today. This is one of the happiest days of my life. And, you know, to answer your question, if we don't have belief, what do we have, you know? And, you know, I think it was after the Arsenal game, during the Arsenal game, we changed a little bit. And I was like, if we play the way we're playing, we can go against any team because we fixed something, you know? And I'm just so ecstatic, so happy for Ten Hag, because this was a tactical masterpiece from him. You know, Scott McTominay's role in nullifying Rodri out the game. We literally reduced City to pot shots for the majority of the game. They had nothing until, you know, obviously they had possession, like Erik Ten Hag said, but on all other like big chances, created things of that nature, we were the top team. So I'm really happy for him. And then also all the players, credit to every single one. You know, even we had doubts about Rashford. I saw him in the team sheet. I'm like, okay, big call, Erik Ten Hag. Let's see if he repays you with this trust. And Rashford did. He ran for Ten Hag. He ran for the team. Bruno Fernandes was an amazing leader, communicating with Scott the whole time, didn't stop talking, because this was what we needed to do in order to beat Man City. And everyone stepped up. And I'm thrilled for the whole team. I'm thrilled for Manchester. I'm thrilled for you, Owen. I'm thrilled for the fan base, United View. This is fantastic.
It really is. It really is. And you mentioned that we said going into the game what it would take for us to win. And we said, you know, a bit of luck. City aren't going to be at their best. Everyone's got to deliver a 10 out of 10. And, you know, even people like said, like Rashford, who's been criticised for not trying, there's no Man United player you can fault today of not giving 100% everything. And do you know what's really impressed me the most? It was the discipline. It was the concentration.
Yes.
Because once they went 2-1, I went, there we go. They might win it 3-2. But actually, they
stuck to the plan. We followed the principles. Yeah,
exactly.
No, yeah, you're 100% right. Every player, and football is a funny game because it just goes to show what having a fit squad does. We're able to make changes. We're able to bring Højlund on, fresh legs in Mount and Lindelof. Because if this is early in the season where we don't have a bench, we don't make those changes, and we probably concede late goals because everyone's tired and people lose concentration, right? So it's just, yeah, you can't fault anyone. The plan was followed to a T, and Yeah, I'm just so happy because Owen, I had a birthday recently, and today is the birthday celebration. And can
Hey.
you imagine?
Happy returns. Look at that.
Thank you, thank you. Can you imagine what it have been like if this didn't go this way? So I'm just thanking everyone today because we came together. We came with a big spirit, and I just hope, obviously we know the reports are out, and this may be wishful thinking, but if there is someone who hasn't yet pushed that button on Ten Hag, look at the connection this man has provided the fans. Like I keep saying it back. I've never felt a level of electricity. Maybe Ole had this in moments, but in terms of the big games, the players, the fans, the match-going fans, we all rally behind Ten Hag. He has a way, I think, through his humility and his he reminds me of someone who's just like a worker, and he's never gonna stop, and eventually he'll get you to the promised land. So I think we have a true footballing man in the helm, and he's managed to have this connection with the fans, and that's 2 trophies in 2 years. You can't sniff your nose at that. This is what a United manager should be, and I'm glad for him that he was able to win this and prove the haters wrong.
Yeah, well, look, he has given himself the best possible chance, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Because, and again, this is why I always go back to, it's not even just the win, it's the manner of which we won. We beat Manchester City today, and it was deserved. Like,
Deserved.
You don't come out of that game being like, well, yeah, but City, they just couldn't put away their chances. Yes, they had a couple of chances, but Man United were the better team. We were the better team today. And from a Pep Guardiola point of view, best coach in the world, Ten Hag got the better of him today.
Better of him. And Ten Hag in big games, like I've said before, he has a way of creating, or the way he sets us up gives us big chances early on. And the point is taking the goals before the opposition score. Previously we had 2 big chances against City, and then they scored, and then all that happened. Today we got the first goal and we got the second because we were the dominant team. He sets us up really well, in big games. I just wish we had the consistency, and obviously we are a young team, so this inconsistency is going to happen, throughout the league. But the one thing you can't fault the players for today and generally in this season is they haven't down tools on Erik ten Hag. They have stuck with him through the difficulties, and yeah, this is a well-deserved victory. And Pep did not have an answer for him. Can you imagine taking off De Bruyne, because your star man was just nullified out the game? Like, Pep went to plan B, plan C, plan D, and none of them worked because we were resolute. And yeah, just hats off to everyone involved. Kobbie Mainoo, what a star. I hope he keeps his head, keeps focused, because we have a true gem. I just love this for everyone involved. This is a beautiful story.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's going to be my final question to you was Kobbie. I mean, just when people keep saying he's not it, he's not that, it feels like his level keeps going up and up and up. It's unbelievable.
To be honest, I don't know who's saying he's not it, because if those people who are saying he's not it, they're not football fans, or they can't see. We're not watching the same game, because this guy just has a synchronicity with the ball that you can't be taught. He moves. He's like a poet with the ball, and I just hope he builds on his fitness. One thing I do want to say about a cautionary tale of Kobbie Mainoo: let's not expect him to be something that he's not. So let's realize that this guy is not the fastest guy in the world, so that everyone's like, why is he not tracking back? Like, this guy is a special talent with the ball, and we need to provide a system around him. Let's treat him well. Let's not put too much pressure on this kid. Let's praise him when he does well. Let's give him support when he doesn't do well instead of criticism. And let's just nurture this guy through the formative stages of his year, because if we can keep Garnacho and Højlund, we have a really strong core going forward. And I just hope whatever decisions are made, it is in the best interest of the club and these players as our pillars.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up, Chala Boy Comics. Appreciate you. Thank you for all your calls this season as well, my friend. Big up. Appreciate you. Let's go to another call. Let's go to Sashiv. Kennedy. God, talk to me. How you feeling?
Yo, Owen, big up to you, man. Let's let the hate along tune. Come on.
I don't have the hate along tune. I wish I did.
Oh, no.
My one would be way worse than KG's, to be honest. My one would be way worse.
Yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good, man. Wow, man. You know what, Owen? After all those hard-fought moments that we had every week in the Premier League, right? I'll be very honest with you. We thoroughly deserve to win this FA Cup. We deserved it, man. I
Yeah.
can't believe it, man. Like FA, like the first half, we actually outplayed City, man. We actually outplayed them. Like
Yeah.
Mainoo, Amrabat, oh my, Amrabat looked like a signing to us. Like finally, I'm seeing the real World Cup Amrabat at this moment of time, man.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
madness.
Would
It's
you would
madness.
you would you would you trigger that option to buy him based off that performance? Well, actually, maybe not based off just his performance, maybe the last sort of 2 or 3 performances. Is that something they have to consider?
Uh, um, I think to be smart, I mean, mm, I'm not sure, but I'm kind of 50-50 still because yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 with like Amrabat, man. For me personally, I think for me this overall game, I think the players played for the manager. The manager got everything spot on today. Yeah, like in the second half, the last probably 20 minutes, we just kind of rode our luck. But I'm honestly speaking, man. Honestly, man, I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing every single time. I just came back. I just came back from my friend's place, and my lord, man, how I literally enjoyed it, man. It's madness, man. It's
Yeah,
absolutely madness.
yeah.
And
It is
and and
madness.
and I'll be honest with you, Ten Hag again, THTA
Yeah.
officially
Do you
for me.
think? Do you think that? Well, what do you think? Do you think a decision had been made previously? Do you think that's now changed a little bit based off today? How do you see it?
Owen, I'm not sure about this, but like I want to keep Eric Ten Hag. Just give him one more season. He like I think this manager has been through a lot of crisis this season, man. I know I was in the fence with like Eric Ten Hag based on his tactics and formations in the league, but for me personally, I honestly feel he deserves under this new structure. I'm not really into this Kieran McKenna over ish.
Mm.
Like, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's done well with like Ipswich Town. Let him prove himself in the Premier League or something like that. I don't want him to get even scrutinized in our football club. I don't want us to I don't want us to sack Ten Hag. It'll be another like LVG moment, man. I don't want that to happen. I
Well,
don't want
we
that.
shall see. We shall see what happens. Big up, Sacha. Big up, Kennedy. As always, we've got over close to 1,000 people watching, which is fantastic. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well whilst you're at it. I think during the match view, we went over 168,000 here at United View. So the road to 200K, continues. Next stop is 170. So if you haven't already, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. You know what to do. Let's go to Amanor. Amanor. Oh, my goodness me. We've had some conversations this season, my friend. Not all of them have been positive, but today, not only a victory, an FA Cup final win. How are you feeling? Amanor's muted. You know, it's always difficult. Amanor, you're muted. You're muted, Amanor. Well, you know, Flecknology. There you go, Amanor.
I'm very happy,
Yes.
ecstatic, but I'll be honest with you, I was quietly. And a couple of weeks ago, I said we're going to get smashed by City, but as the game day approached, I know, and I don't know if you believe in fate, Owen, but you know when the world is against us, and especially the last couple of days with what was the media saying about Ten Hag. I don't want to talk on the manager now, but I just felt like, hold on, something magical could happen, and I just think today was a magical performance by team who was disciplined and knew what they were doing. I mean, I want to speak about a couple of players. First one, not a lot of people picked up on Rashford. I thought Rashford for 70 odd
Yeah.
minutes, he had a
Yeah.
plan, and playing with intensity. I'll give you an example. Like he was harassing and manhandling Kyle Walker. I've never seen him do that with any other players. Being aggressive with them, being intense with them, and that cross-field ball for the second goal. That was Rashford. Rashford was the one who did the pre-assist, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I mean, that second goal was just, I said it on the match, I think that's the best team goal we've scored all season. It was brilliant. And like you said, Rashford to take it on. You've got to have some confidence
Yeah.
to take that pass on with his right foot as well.
Yeah.
It says a lot, doesn't it?
And it's not something, and that's the thing, that it's not something I've never seen him done. I've never seen him do like a ball like that. It's something that I associate Bruno to do, but not Rashford. And Bruno was up there doing that pre-assist to Mainoo, so Rashford needs to get a special mention. And I said it on Mina's channel just now. I was a bit emotional at the end when I saw Rashford crying, because I have been critical of him. But when I saw him crying, I didn't cry, but I was getting a little bit emotional, because you can see how much this game and winning this trophy meant to him. Because I suspect he's been going through a lot of turmoil, not just from a footballing point of view, but also from outside of football. So a lot of I want to give Rashford a bit of respect, because you know me, Owen. I've been saying to him he needs to leave the club. So he deserves our respect. In terms of the other players, Amrabat, fantastic performance. I heard you, Owen, and was it you or somebody on the Brighton game where you said he wasn't playing well? Then does that mean he's not going to play for the final? The fact that he turned up in such a big performance. And remember, Owen, we were playing against the Premier League winners. We were playing against Rodri, De Bruyne. Amrabat outshone Rodri.
And he did the dirty work today. I mean, he did proper dirty work, running constantly. And he's not, what was so impressive about Amrabat today. He's like, technically, he's not the best player. You see him try and pass the ball. He's awkward. He is awkward at points. But
and
in games like today, you just need to keep running. And that's what he kept doing.
And the thing is, Owen, it's like, you can see him when he has the ball, he's not comfortable with the ball. So if you press him, he'll start dither away, move away. Right? So he's not good. He's not good against the press, but he does the basics well in terms of being aggressive, being there to help a teammate out, especially in the second half. When I saw what's his name, the Man City player on the left hand side, the Belgian player, I forgot his name, Doku. Doku was trying to cook Amrabat, but I saw Amrabat, not Amrabat, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but then I saw Amrabat come and help him. So a lot of respect to him. Those two players, obviously Mainoo, wonder kid. I knew this nothing surprised me with that kid Mainoo, but Mainoo and Garnacho done their job, and Mainoo, I just think he's got levels to come through. But I do want to say, Owen, that this team, these players can perform in a structure. They were told before this game, this is the way I want you to play, and they were able to execute that. So it does beg the question of why have they not been able to execute a plan previously? I don't know, and I don't want to talk about the previously, but it frustrates me, because I could see you played against the best team in the league and you were able to dominate them. Yeah. You had a plan. So, what is it? Is it the manager? Is it really the manager? For those people, Owen, I was having a conversation with Joe Blackburn in the chat. People say Ten Hag Defense League in. I said no. Now's not the time for doing that. Ten Hag TDHL in, TDHL out. Now the time for now is just to support the players and win that cup, which we have done.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. I think when it does come to the manager, look, you've been criticised a lot this season for, I think, making valid mistakes. But when he does get things right, like today, I think he deserves a lot of praise. I mean, he got it. My goodness me, he got it absolutely spot on. Really did spot on. And I think he earned the right after the game. I don't know if you saw the BBC interview after the game.
Yeah, I did.
But when he was talking to Shearer and Lineker, some of the stuff they were saying was ridiculous. He's just won the FA Cup, and Alan Shearer's having a go at him for finishing 8th place in the Premier League. And to your point, there's a time and a place, isn't there? There's a time and a place to do that kind of stuff. He's just out-tacticked, the best manager in the world. Arguably one of the best managers of all time.
You're right, Owen. And let me give you an example of that. We were playing a false 9. I think, was it false 9 we were playing? They Bruno. Could not mark. Yeah, Bruno. Who would have thought that before this game that we would be playing a false 9? I didn't. I expected Hoyland to play at top, and that's because, credit to Ten Hag, he saw something that we didn't see. I'm not a manager. You're not a manager, so he has the capability of doing it. I just hope whatever Ineos do, I just hope they take a deep breath and make that call. Whether it's back him, if you back him, you got to back him properly. Not an extension for another 12 months. No, you're either fully in Ten Hag or fully out Ten Hag. But either way, please, just to make my summer easier, make your decision sooner rather than later. Win.
Yeah, absolutely. And just finally, I mean, we spoke about Bruno Fernandes there. I mean, he got the assist for the Kobe goal. Look, people said with him there, couldn't win major trophies, have won a major trophy today. He says he wants to stay. Did you see a captain's performance? Did you see leadership from him?
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't see pettiness. I saw someone who's disciplined. I keep using this word. It was such a disciplined performance. That is the key word. Even from Bruno, we associate Bruno acting like a headless chicken, running around, pressing when he doesn't need to press, or just shouting at players when he doesn't need to shout. I didn't see any of that today. So he does have it in him. So my question to him is, do that again. Keep doing that again. Whatever you did today, whatever coffee you drank this morning, whatever you had for breakfast, keep having that breakfast every time you play.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Big up, Aminor. Appreciate you. Regular on the full-time view this season. Long-time supporter as well. Got a couple of super chats here. Fat Thor says, staying or going. A big thanks to Eric Ten Hag for the cup. Shane Star says, Man United men and women with the FA Cup double. Absolutely. Damiola says, we went from fearing we won't have another win this season to winning the FA Cup. We needed this victory for our mental. Absolutely. Look, we were saying we don't know if we're going to get another win. And that's what, three wins in a row, I think it is. And again, I think a lot of credit does go to Eric Ten Hag for that, because he changed shape in those 2 games that we got the win. And today he didn't go with the same old. He went with something a little bit different. It was once again really the 4-4-2 again, wasn't it? It didn't look like it, but it was. So again, huge credit to him for that. Ogwa with a super chat here says, I predicted we win 2-1 and my Scouse colleagues at work were making fun. Who's laughing now? Can't wait for Tuesday. The damn bank holiday. Is it a bank holiday? I mean, literally, in this industry, they don't exist. But is it bank holiday? Banks with a super chat. Appreciate you. Says, Ten Hag has won more trophies and been in more finals than Arteta. History remembers the winners, not second place. Very true. Let's go to another call. Let's go to, I can see him bobbing his head. Let's go to Joe Blackman. Joe Blackman.
You're damn right I'm bobbing my head. P-H-A. Furthermore, actually, Owen. Yeah, can you do me a favor, please? Could you share my screen, the other thing that I'm sharing right now, please? Is that okay, please?
There you go.
All right, 1 second. Right, everybody. Don't play with me! How you doing, Owen?
I'm good. I mean, I am jubilant.
Man.
I'm still almost in a, like, not shock, but it's like Aminor said, like, you sort of come out of it going, I'm emotionally drained. I really am, because of the season, because of everything the last 48 hours, and because of now the highs of the high, and coming out of it and being like, again, it wasn't like we fluked that today. That wasn't a fluke. That was by design. That was by purpose, and they delivered.
I started getting worried that we was going to do a Man United performance towards the end, and just like give away a goal for no reason, because even that, I had it down for 2-0, by the way. I've been saying for ages, and I put a bet down for 2-0 win, by the way, and I was this close, if it wasn't for, Onana's weak hand, but I'm telling you right now, even barring that, because I think he should have saved that goal, by the way, not just so much for my £100, but so much for the team and his own backing, because you know what? It's been too long now. He keeps letting in weak goals, and that was a weak goal. He did a great save before that, and I was like, yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's just really good saves today, but then he always lets in something soft, and that's why I've still got reservations about Onana. But come on, though, man. We won today. I don't care what anybody has to say. Tell me why. Tell me why now Ten Hag should be scrapped. Tell me. Anyone tell me.
This is the thing. I think we said going into the game, they said that, regardless of the result, I don't think they would have anticipated. It's not just the results there. It's the performance. It's the performance. It's the tactics. I mean, he has done as much as he can possibly do to keep his job. He can't do any more today, can he? You literally cannot do any more today.
Thank you.
And also, on top of that, it would be a very brave and bold decision for Sir Jim to pull the plug on something like that.
If they fire Ten Hag, bro, they better hire the best manager in the world. You understand me? Yeah. If they fire Ten Hag and hire some fraud, some sideways movement, it makes no sense. That's when you're really gonna rile up people that are like me in the THDL, because if you make some sideways decision like the Zerbi, who, in my opinion, is like a step backwards. Just because he'll be a puppet manager for you, then we're going to have problems. Yeah, that's when I'll be calling out Ineos straight away. They've done well so far, but if they start appointing people like the Zerbi to get rid of Ten Hag, honestly, I'm going to lose my temper.
Well, maybe as well. That's why they talk in hypotheticals, because if you're talking absolutes, you paint yourself into a corner. And if you go, well, if we make a change, we have to wait and see. Maybe that's why they're talking in these hypotheticals, because now that's going to be tough. Here's one. Someone says here in the chat, Varane was amazing today, and he was. How do you think Man United replace him next season? He was colossus today.
Bro, you're going to need at least two centre backs just in case one doesn't work out in it, yeah. Because for Varane, his sense of where people are and how to find the ball is amazing. Yeah, he's just always in the right place at the right time. Yeah, people underestimate how important he is when he's in that back line. Yeah, the fact that we had Varane and Lucha today, people, did you not see what we did defensively? We were calm in the back line. That's why Onana's probably a little bit more confident. It's just the calmness in the back line. It's crazy how well we played today. People are ignoring that we just beat the best team in the land comfortably. It wasn't even... Would you say that we was in control of that game for at least 50 to 60 minutes of that game?
For at least the large majority of it. The only time which there was like a few moments where it was like, we're kind of losing it a little bit here. But the argument's to be made again. Like the point that made it really shaky was an error. It wasn't, again, brilliance by Man City, was it? It was an error from Andre Onana. And that's the only error we made in the whole game, too.
And are you going to tell me now, Owen, that we don't see a style of play? Like, why is it always in the big games, the Liverpool game, the Man City game, we turn up? Yeah? We see a proper performance. And we're like, yes, this is what we want from our team. Why is it only in these games that we see these performances? Surely people have to consider the mentality of these players by now. Erik Ten Hag has been telling you to do this all goddamn season. Yeah? Yes, there might be some changes in the midfield and might have, tweaked a little bit of things up front. Obviously, breaking it down, really, we're playing a 4-4-2, whatever, 4-2-2-2, however you see the game, yeah? But let's face it, he's got good ideas. And it might have taken him too long for some people to understand the Premier League, but you can't tell me that this guy doesn't learn from his mistakes.
No, and look, this is the whole thing. That's the whole thing throughout all of this. It's never been a case of Erik Ten Hag being a bad coach. I think people, when they've said that I've always pushed back on. He is not a bad manager. He is stubborn. He is hard-headed.
100%.
And it's a case of going, right, you now see you've got to be a bit more adaptable, a bit quicker. But again, I think today... And it's not even, again, basing it off one game. Again, it's the reaction during the game. It's also you saw with the players giving him the cup afterwards. That speaks a lot. That speaks a lot. So it's going to be fascinating to see what happens now, because if they had their finger on the trigger anyway, now, oh my goodness, they'll be like that.
If you hit that trigger, half of the fan base is going to be upset. Even some people. Look at Sashiv. Yeah, you just spoke to Kennedy earlier, right? Yeah. This guy has been THDL. Then he was Ten Hag on the fence. Now he's THDL again. Yeah, these people that are just the passion merchants, the ones that just love what happens with the team and understanding. Well, sometimes I feel like those kind of Sashiv fans, right? I'm talking to you, Sashiv. Yes, I'm talking to you, Kennedy, personally. Yeah, you are the kind of fan who just goes with the emotion of the team. And I understand that, yeah? But understand this. If we keep on doing that kind of emotional roller coaster where you only back the team when we're doing well, then you're never going to find a steady base, yeah? We have a good manager right now. People keep on comparing, Arteta, Fergie, whatever to Ten Hag, yeah? Saying that, Fergie finished 13th at one point, yeah? We've only finished 8th, yeah, under Ten Hag. There's things about Arteta did this and did that in his first couple of seasons. Now we've won more trophies than than Arteta, yeah? You've got to look at it pragmatically, bro. Everybody's journey is different.
Well, that's why I say we need to stop the
Everyone's
comparison.
different.
That's why I've always said with those things. We need to stop the comparison because none are applicable. You know what I mean? The United situation now is completely different to the Arteta one. It's completely different to the Sir Alex one, 30 odd years ago, or even longer than that at this point. What is the fundamentals of football? And even Ten Hag said it today after the game. Football is about results and winning trophies. If you get good results, if you win trophies, you do yourself a service. You do yourself.
And how many trophies has he won in 2 seasons, Owen?
Two. And again, that's what he's got going.
2 in 2.
That's
So why
absolutely-
is he listen, man?
But that's why. But then that's why he was under pressure, is because in the league he didn't get the results because it's a results-based business.
I get it.
That's the nature of the beast, isn't it? But today, like I said, he has done as much as he possibly can to ensure that he's there next season, because now you'd have to be a very brave man to not only make that decision to go in an opposite direction, but also then to hire someone that hasn't managed in the Premier League. My goodness me, that is a big decision to make. Yeah, big decision to make, absolutely. Big up, Joe Blackman. Appreciate you, member of the Reckless Delegation, as always. Where are we at with Super Chats here? Red Baron says, my man Leach, you're not getting plaudits. Well, my goodness me. Lissandro Martinez was excellent today. The problem is it may be perceived as individuals aren't getting their individual flowers. It's because every single person deserves them today. So you talk collectively, don't you? The team, the coach. I could go for everyone. We'll do it now. Onana, brilliant saves. Delo, player of the season, was excellent today. Centre-backs, Martinez, Varane, excellent today. You look at who was Wan-Bissaka. What a battle with Doku on the right-hand side for Manchester United. He looked like he was out on his feet. Amrabat, best performance in a Manchester United shirt. Scott McTominay was really, really important today, once again, which I said before the game. Kobbie Mainoo, he's a superstar. He is an absolute superstar. It's not hype or anything like that. Bruno Fernandes, when it matters, he delivers. Said before that the game as well. Regardless of what you want to say about Bruno Fernandes, is when he's not in the team, we don't create as much. And he does bad stuff. I mean, that part when towards the end of the game, he's taking a shot trying to lob the goalkeeper from inside his own half. He's a madman. He's nuts. He's absolutely nuts. But at the same time, the little bit of vision to go, right, I could take the shot here when it comes to the edge of the box, but I'll just give it like a little pass to Kobbie. He's in a better position. That's top stuff. Top stuff. Rashford, my goodness me, doesn't make up for a terrible season, but he was excellent today. Brilliant pass for the goal. And he had the ball in the back of the net as well. He was offside. He was unlucky. Well, he wasn't offside. Garnacho was. Who else am I missing out? Garnacho. Well, he's been running to the ground this season, and he still delivered today too. So every single player individually is fantastic. Shane Starr says Garnacho and Mainoo won the FA Youth Cup in 2022. Now they won the FA Cup plus scoring. Yeah, it's incredible. Cruiser 100 says, I met Flex and Cams for the first time outside the stadium. And at that moment, I I knew we were winning. I had to watch the match mid-wedding. There you go. Dedication. What else are people saying here? Are people saying tweet in the chat? I don't know what that's about. If there's anything, let me double check to see if there's anything. Oh, what a crazy day. It's just kind of nuts. There you go. Jim Ratcliffe says, it is a glorious feeling to win the FA Cup final at Wembley. Clearly, we were not the favourites to win today, but they played with total commitment and skill and overcame one of the greatest teams in football. We are all very proud of the players and staff who worked tirelessly to support the team. And, of course, it means we'll play in the FA Community Shield as well on Saturday, the 10th of August. We'll be going back to Wembley to face off against Manchester City again. It also does mean that we're in the FA Cup too. Yeah, there is like a Ratcliffe statement, if you will. And I think it says the same thing that I mentioned before. Man, some of these websites have got so many ads on them. It's crazy. You can't even read anything on them. There you go. It is a glorious feeling to win the FA Cup final at Wembley. Manchester United clearly were not the favourites to win today, but they played with total commitment and skill and overcame one of the great teams in football. We are all very proud of the players and staff who worked tirelessly to support the team. So, short statement by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, and yeah, unbelievable. Let's go to another call. Actually, where are we at when it comes to the likes at the moment? We're over 500 likes, which is amazing for the full-time view. Big up to everyone who's calling in at the moment. I'm actually meant to be live on my channel I don't know. Moment. An event started at 6. I'm going to be like half an hour late, but it is what it is. Where are we going next? Let's go to GJE. Talk to me. How you feeling?
Yo, can you hear me? Yo,
I can hear you.
Happy. I'm so happy, man. Honestly, like GGMU, big up Man United. Yo, I'm not even when I'm not even here to even like give tactics or whatever. The players were just bloody amazing today. They're putting everything into the match. Like, bro, like everybody were just bloody amazing, man. I'm so happy. I mean, I've been Eric Ten Hag, I've been backing the manager, but recently I've been a bit silent because it was looking a bit bad. But I really do think the manager deserves a chance. I think he deserves a chance under a board, under a system. I don't believe that a manager that's come from the school of Ajax, what he did over there, doesn't have tactics, doesn't have a system, doesn't have an idea to football. I just believe that, of course, he's made errors throughout the season. So I don't want to be like Eric is full of no blame, like there's no blame he shouldn't take. But I honestly really believe that there's something about this manager. I mean, to go into your second season going to 3 finals, winning 2 of them, 2 trophies. I mean, come on, how many managers can actually do that? At least whatever happens with him, he has to hold his head. He can, if he leaves, if he gets sacked, at least he can leave with his head held high, that, at least he's done something. But I really love to see him under a system where there's a board and he's given the support. And yeah, I'd just like to see how he does. I think he deserves that chance, personally.
Yeah, I mean, look, again, he's done everything he possibly can to give Ineos certainly something to think about today, if there wasn't something to think about already. Kobbie Mainoo, he got man of the match. Would you say that's deserved? And how high is his ceiling?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Because Kobbie Mainoo, the whole midfield, the whole Man City midfield, they couldn't handle him, man. He was absolutely amazing today. And something I want to make a note of. Do you remember when we won Europa and Eric Ten Hag was speaking to Mainoo, like he was kind of, I don't know what that conversation
Carabao
was.
Cup. Yeah,
Carabao. Sorry, yeah, my bad. Yeah. Europa. I meant Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
They were having that conversation, and it was almost like Ten Hag. It looked like Ten Hag was kind of saying, like, very soon, like, this will be you someday or whatever. And just to see that happen was kind of like, it was almost like Ten Hag sort of foreshadowed it. So seeing that moment from that Carabao Cup victory to Mainoo playing in the final, being 19 years old, technically scoring the goal that won us the tournament. And yeah, I think it's well deserved. I think he absolutely deserved it. I mean, Bruno was fantastic today. That's what you call a captain performance. I know Bruno can be frustrating. He makes some decisions or whatever, but I think today, he put his money where his mouth is, especially after the article he did with the Players Tribune. I think, like he really had to deliver, because reading that, I was kind of thinking, please don't do all this talk and then lose the final. Like, you really have to go there and deliver. And they did. And same with Onana too. Onana did. I think he had an interview too where it was kind of backing Rashford, and the players felt very confident. But of course, as a fan, I was a bit like, with the way the season had gone, I was a bit worried. But yeah, I'm just glad that, the players actually delivered. And I know the season generally, we have to look at it as an overall season. And yes, it was a good season in terms of our league position finish. But at the end of the day, winning trophies is the main thing in football. I mean, Arsenal fans are here talking about finishing second. We don't care about that. We don't care. Like, it's all about winning trophies at the end of the day. How can you be a footballer and all you have to say is, I was just finishing second? Nah, you want to go show your family, your kids that, I won this, I won the FA Cup, I won that. So for me, it's important that this instills a mentality of winning. That's why I think this instills a mentality in the young players, in Garnacho, in Mainoo, and all the teams, let them know, Hoyland, that this is a club where you have to win trophies. It's not just about finishing high in the league. You have to win. So I'm just hoping that this could be like a stepping point for some of the players that will stay. And yeah, we could just carry on from there. So yeah,
definitely. And just finally, look, Marcus Rashford looked like he was in tears after the game. Obviously, look, clearly, I think he's going through a lot. But even he, after a difficult season, delivered today. What do you make of him?
Yeah, I think for Rashford, I just feel like for him, I mean, we'll have to see what it does next season, to be honest. Like, yeah, I mean, it's been a very difficult season for him. So yeah, so all we can do is just support him, because I don't think he's going to go. I mean, I don't think he's going to leave the club. I feel like he's definitely going to stay.
No, I don't think so.
So I'm just hoping that I saw he was crying at the full-time whistle. So it's been a hard season for him. I mean, with everything. I still feel like Southgate not taking him was an error, especially taking players like Grealish, I think. But I just feel like Rashford, maybe this could be a wake-up moment for him, and he can just buckle down, and hopefully next season is a whole restart. So yeah, so right now, just looking forward. That's all we can do as a fan. But yeah, big up the players, big up the women too. They also won the FA Cup too, so I just want to big them up, because at the same time they are playing for Man United. So big up the women too. And the last thing I'll say is BBL City. BB.
Troy Superstar of the Super Chat says, can't wait for Ten Hag to leave, you Ten Hag lovers. Just stop. This is the thing, man. Yeah, this is the thing. Like, it's like now it's not about that. We won the FA Cup today. Enjoy it. If your first reaction afterwards is, or one of your first reactions afterwards is, doesn't matter, get rid of this bum, get rid of this fraud, enjoy it. Because like moments in life, they go really quickly. And when it's good moments, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Don't let bitterness, even if you think it's the right move, if you don't think he's the right guy, park it. Later on to let it wait till later on. Because trust me, it will eat you up if that's your first friend. Oh, I'm unhappy, other people are happy. Just be happy. It's cool. Like, again, or if you're not inclined that way, that's cool. But you don't have to bring down other people's good time as well, because other people are enjoying it. So if they're enjoying it, go, tell you what, they're enjoying it at the moment. Who's it upon me to ruin that? It's not the right time to ruin that or anything, is it? So yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it. Whatever happens at the moment will happen. Whether it's going to be he's going to stay, he's going to go, I don't know. And that'll make people really happy or really angry, depending on where you sit on it. But that's not today. Today, we won. And we can enjoy it today. And if other people are enjoying it today and you don't want to, that's fine. But you don't have to bring it down. You know, you don't have to bring them down. Because what's the point? What's the point in doing that? Troy says, enjoying it. Ten Hag must leave now. I'm happy. Oh, you don't seem it, Troy, to be honest with you. You don't seem it, but big up. Appreciate the contribution and what have you. I think I'm caught up with super chats at the moment. We've got over 600 likes, which is fantastic. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right hand corner. Owen says, my manager, Ten Hag in. And let's see. Let's go to another call. Let's go to Pav. Pav, thoughts on what you saw today?
We did it, Owen. We did it. I told you for weeks when I came on here after games, all I need them to do is turn up for one game. The manager and the players just turn up for one game. Give us something after the shambles of a season that we had, and they've done it. And I can't believe the football that I saw in that first half. It was so good, so good. We were on everything. We were pouncing, pressing, everything. We weren't letting them in. And then we literally preyed on their mistake. Garnacho, oh my God, like clever. He saw what was coming, and he obviously scored from that. And Kobe Mainoo, oh my God, this kid is going to be so important when it comes to the Euros. Like Gareth Southgate, you have to play this kid. He is so good. He deserves a starting spot. I don't want you to like just bring him on here and there. He has to be playing. He is so good. And the team played well. And I'm so happy for Varane as well, because he's leaving. And I really wanted him to go out with the trophy. Obviously, Casemiro didn't get to play, but it would have been better if he played as well, had some sort of part. Because I could see he wasn't too happy when everyone was like, go into the trophy. He was just at the back kind of sulking and stuff, but that's because he probably wanted to be a part of the match in it. So I don't know why he didn't play. Heard it was injury, heard it was something else, but it is what it is. And I'm glad actually Ten Hag actually got the trophy, because obviously I've been Ten Hag out for a fair amount of time, but I would never not want the manager to win a trophy because I want him out. And he fought today, and the players looked like they fought for him as well. So based off of that, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have him sacked if you're going to bring in a McKenna. The fact that he won another trophy, I wouldn't want a manager to come in. I know he's got back-to-back promotions, but you'd be silly to sack a manager who's won 2 cups on the bounce for a manager who hasn't won a cup. Well, obviously in the top tier, like obviously you get something for promotion and whatnot, but so from now on, whatever happens, it's on Ineos. I said this every time I've spoken to people, you, KG, Joe Blackman. After this season's over, it's on Ineos' head what they do. And they need to sit down and discuss what they want to do carefully, because if they want to keep Ten Hag, it's not going to cost you anything. He's got 1 year left on his contract, see what happens. And obviously, if you want to go another direction because of what's happening in the season, do that. But the season's over. I'm happy we got a cup. Whatever happens, happens. And I know you're getting ready for King of the Ring, because I'm watching it now, and I'm kind of baffed why Becky Lynch is fighting in a tuxedo with with all the outfits you could choose. But but yeah, so I'm gonna jump off because I know you want to watch King of the Ring, and I'm watching it as well. So yeah, everyone be happy for the next few days. We won a cup.
There you go. Look at that. And that's Pav saying that, yeah? That's Pav with positive Pav. Pav positivity. Yeah, a rare sight. Don F says, agree, Owen. This is not time to talk about sacking anyone. Can we just enjoy the day? And that's it. You know what I mean? I think that's the positive. That's the thing to think about it is whatever is going to happen, we'll see. But it's not going to happen today. So if it's not going to happen today, then why bother wasting the energy on it today? You know what I mean? Now is the time to celebrate. Now is the time to be like, just enjoy it. Enjoy it. And if, like I said, if you're not that way inclined and you just can't get over that or can't think that, then that's cool. But that's not the reason to bring down other people, is it? You know, I think at the same time, if I see someone else having a good time, the last thing I want to do is bring them down. You know, you wouldn't want to do that, definitely. So there you go, guys. That's the full-time view for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like, but be sure to subscribe bottom right-hand corner. Big up to everyone that's called in all season for this show. I've done every single full-time view since we created this show at some point last season. I forget when it was. I remember sitting here in this chair on this channel last season, right after we lost the FA Cup final, and we said we'll come back next season, and here we are once again. So the second season of doing this show. I appreciate everyone that's got involved and called in, all of the members, all of the viewers, all that kind of stuff. It's been, again, a rough season at certain points. You know, like they've been late shows, they've been tiring shows, they've been negative shows, they've been positive shows, but all of you guys are constantly getting involved, constantly interacting, constantly watching, and it is very much appreciated. So big up to everyone for always getting involved and keeping me company, whether it's late nights, early mornings, or somewhere in between. Really, really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, a reminder, fan views from a very lively Wembley will be coming very, very soon with Flex. KG's done a fan view, all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be coming soon. Player ratings as well. The aftermath, I'm sure, is coming too. We'll be live tomorrow morning, Flex and myself, for a special morning view, even though it's a Sunday. We'll also have a special full view tomorrow. It's going to be a lot earlier than usual. It's going to be at 1 p.m. So stay tuned for that. So there is going to be a full view, and there is going to be a morning view tomorrow as well. So stay tuned if you haven't already. I'm going to be live once again in a couple of seconds on my channel. I think you might even be redirected there. I don't know. Enjoy it. We're the FA Cup winners. I'm out of here. Peace.